joining me. I even decided to wear the orange jacket to celebrate today because yes, today we are launching the Not an Island album, but it's obviously a little bit different with lockdown here, and so I thought it'd be really fun to be able to try and recreate a bit of an album launch party. Now, we would have been celebrating the night before in Cambridge, but sadly it can't go ahead, so instead I wanted to kind of do a bit of a set for you that is a bit more stripped down, but it's not just me playing a guitar, it's a little bit more thought out than that, and I hope you will enjoy it. So the way this is going to work is really simple. I'm going to be playing 6 songs from the album in a kind of live context. Yes, it has been edited a little bit and we've added some tracks and some different bits that I've been able to program in, but it's as live as you're probably going to get that's going to sound like having a bit of a band. You will also have the chance to comment, and I'll be on the end of this commenting live as this goes out, so please feel free to leave your comments and chat, and I will try and get back to you as much as I possibly can in this video. Now, because this is kind of like an album launch party, lockdown style, the best thing you can do is engage with what's going on right now. So if you like a song or you want to ask a question or whatever, I will try and answer live as much as possible during this time. I think it'll make it fun. Plus, you can also buy a copy of the album at the end of the night. If you want to get a physical copy like you would do if you're going to a gig, this is the perfect time to do it, and there'll be merch and other things available as well. I'm also going to share some song stories throughout this recording because it'll give you a bit more of a flavour of what the songs are about. That's something I'd normally do in a house gig setting, not in the same way in an album launch setting, so you get a little bit extra because, hey, it's kind of like a house gig because it's in my home and you're sitting in your home, so let's make it a little bit more intimate and interesting for you guys. So sit back, relax, and enjoy my lockdown album launch party. Never Let Me Down was the first single from the album, and it's the first track. It's written with a friend of mine, Fermi. We wrote it in January 2018. I remember it very clearly because a few months previous I'd had a bad cycling accident where I'd broken a few bones in my hand, including my knuckle, which meant I couldn't play a whole load of summer festivals, smashed my face up, broke my front 2 teeth. It was a horrible thing, and it really messed up the first few months of working as an indie artist. I was really gutted by this, and to be honest with you, it left me feeling with a lot of doubt about what I was doing and why I was doing it. I guess the line, I think I'm drifting between the head and the heart, is a real summary of where my head was at, where I kind of felt like I had a bit of faith and then I had a lot of doubt, and I was swinging between the two like a pendulum. This song was a really special song to write with Fermi. We wrote it in a day and then we came back to it the next day just to check whether it was okay or not, and we both were incredibly happy with the songwriting process. And it's been amazing to be able to bring it into the studio and add a whole element to it, which brings it into a bit more of a darker feel, make it feel a little less poppy and a little bit more engaging.
I think I'm drifting between the head and the heart. How do I know that it's you? Oh, I'm listening for the faintest of thoughts. I know you hear me, and I've seen and I've heard, hanging on to your words, and I'm not gonna stop, as if you'd ever let me down. And I feel I can hear that you want me to know you can never let me down, never let me down. From the start to the end, oh, I know this is real. You can never let me down. I was drowning in the cycle of doubt, trying to figure it out. Don't want to fake it, but there is light in the dusk, light in my dusk. And I've seen and I've heard, hanging on to your words, and I'm not gonna stop, as if you'd ever let me down. And I feel I can hear that you want me to know you can never let me down, never let me down. From the start This is where I grow, in the silence, tuning out my voice, as if you'd ever let me slip into the cracks. Because you know you can never let me down, never let me down. From the start to the end, whoa, I know this is real. You can never let me down.
You know, I know this song felt like it was one of those ones that should have been better than what it actually was sounding. It kind of like something was missing, and Iain, the producer, decided to challenge me twice over to change the chorus. The first time I kind of like discarded it because I thought, I don't know, I'm quite happy with where the chorus is at. Second time I went away that night and I had to really work hard to try and rewrite something for the recording. I didn't get there and I was so stuck because I was hearing the old melody too much, and I realised that the whole thing had to completely change in order for me to be able to approach it from a fresh perspective. I love this song because it really was a day in the studio where we hacked it to bits and we reworked the whole thing to make it what it is today, and I'm so pleased with that session. It was one of the most nerve-wracking and exhilarating days in the studio I think I've ever had, but the finished product is incredibly catchy and something that I'm really pleased with.
I've never been like this, no, never been like this before, never been like this. I've never been like this, no, never been like this before, never been like this. This is, sometimes this is all I know, sometimes this is all I've got. But it is all that I will ever need. Someone who will stand beside me, someone who calls out of me the better life, better life, better life. And I know, you know, I know you will never leave. Your hand upon my head, my heart upon your sleeve. I've never been like this, no, never been like this before, never been like this. And you're coming close, I've never been like this. And you close each eye, and you're coming close. Fixes where the pieces have become sometimes irretrievable. Ooh, but you walk and touch was supernatural. Someone who will stand beside me, someone who calls out of me the better life, better life, better life. And I know, you know, I know you will never leave. Your hand upon my head, my heart upon your sleeve. And I know, you know, I know you will never leave. Your hand upon my head, my heart upon your sleeve. I've never been like this, no, never been like this before, never been like this. And you're coming close, I've never been like this. And you close each eye, and you're coming close. Colour up my mind. Oh. Ooh. Realize it's one day at a time, holding your hand along the way. I know some days I get it so wrong, but I've not found a full of love. In truth, you found me before. So, oh, hey, I've never been like this, no, never been like this before, never been like this. I've never been like this, no, never been like this before, never been like You will never leave. Your hand upon my head, my heart upon your sleeve. I've never been like this, no, never been like this before. Never been like this. And you're coming close, I've never been like this. And you close each eye, and you're coming close. Colour up my mind. And you're coming close, and you close each eye, and you're coming close. Colour up my mind.
Down Down, a song that I think is a bit of a hidden gem in this album. It's a song which I've tried to write very honestly about, because I think it's something that a lot of people kind of go through, where you might be on one track in life and then suddenly things change, and then you're like, oh, all my hopes and dreams are kind of gone. What does this look like? I'm sure some of you guys can relate to this. We all face rejection, we all face pain, and we all face stuff that we're intentionally or unintentionally we get hurt in life. And I was kind of working through some stuff in my own heart about some things that had happened in my life, and I really wanted to write something that would help me and help others to basically forgive. And this song kind of sums up by saying in the bridge, you know, what they did doesn't justify what they said about you, can't be taken back. Like that's life, that's happened. Kind of recognizing this stuff happens. But somewhere deep inside of all of us, I know I can forgive and I can let go. And there's a real peace that comes when we can choose, despite what happens to us and what maybe is said to us or said about us or how you feel you've been treated, there can be incredible peace when we choose to forgive and let go. And now I don't know what journey you are on, but in my life I know when I haven't walked in that, I have felt like something is nagging away at me and pulling me down into the worst part of who I am. And so this song is about forgiveness, it's about letting go of things, and kind of being like a seed in the ground where you're planted in the unknown, in the darkness, below all the activity, and trusting that in that time when you're watered, that something good will start to sprout out of you again.
I held too firm, creased up my hands and couldn't see, was blinded by the immensity. You say let go of every dream, the tiny seed, let it die and go bury it tonight. So underground is where I lay it down, deep underground. So down, 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 down I go, a seed into the unknown. Down, down, down I go, deep underground. I've been caught too long, resenting things I didn't think should happen to me. But I can't keep swallowing those bitter pills, the trees that grow, each root, leaf and branch tangled round and round my heart. So underground is where I lay it down, deep underground. So down, 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 down I go, a seed into the unknown. Down, down, down I go, deep underground. Down, 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 down I go, a seed into the unknown. Down, down, down I go. Whoa. I can't let go. Down, 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 down I go, a seed into the unknown. Down, down, down I go, deep underground.
Bright Heart was definitely one of those songs that had a bit of editing work that needed to be done to it during the studio sessions, particularly lyrically. There was still a few lyrics that needed some fine tuning and working out what the message of the song really was. It came about quite quickly. I was sent a demo by a producer friend of mine, and I was just trying to find new ways of songwriting and writing melodies. So I remember pacing around in this room here for a couple of hours trying to come up with a melody for this song, and suddenly I kind of came with that Bright Heart kind of thing, and I was like, oh, this could be good. As a guitarist, I use a lot of bends in some of my songs, and so I was thinking, how can we use that and also work that into the vocal as well? And so when you hear that kind of line, you reach out your hand, that's kind of like pretending to be a guitarist with my mouth, basically. So yeah, I'm really happy with it. It's one of those songs that I feel is a bit of a slow burner, and that the more I listen to it, the more I enjoy it. I love the bridge where it breaks down, the instruments in it, and how kind of it sums up the song. You know, this is why they say your love, love, love is better than life. I've tasted the dream, I've been to the edge, and I've dived in. This is why they say your love is better than life.
I was searching, even though I could be found on the coastlines, in the corners of the dust of my mind. I knew the religion, every line's up, phrase and code, even dressed for redemption. Yet a part of my heart had closed down, 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 down. You reached out your hands from the highest of heavens. You reached out where fingers collide. Bright hands, bright heart. You reached out your hands from the highest of heavens. You've come in, you've turned my head. Bright hands, bright heart. And in the suppression where faith lies in hospitals, where holding on is hurting, where walking away seems the only hope. I knew somewhere you were, there longing for me to see, but somehow my mindset is climbing over or breaking down. You reached out your hands from the highest of heavens. You reached out where fingers collide. Bright hands, bright heart. You reached out your hands from the highest of heavens. You've come in, you've turned my head. Bright hands, bright heart. This is why they say your love, love, love is better than life. This is why they say your love, love, love is better than life. I've tasted the dream, I've been to the edge and I've dived in. This is why they say your love, love, love is better than life. You reached out your hand in the highest of heavens. You reached out where fingers collide. Bright hands, bright heart. You reached out your hand
Stairway. Wow, this song is really old and I released it ages ago. I think it was probably 10 years ago that I released this song as a single, not as Pyramid Park. And it's a song which is kind of, I've always felt I didn't release it very well. I gave it away for free to my mailing list and it kind of was a bit of a bodge job basically. My sister said ages ago, maybe you should release that again. And I'm like, yeah, that sounds great, but I never felt it fitted any other project that I was doing. It certainly didn't fit the Vulnerability project and I'd forgotten all about it until I was writing for this album and it came to mind again and I was like, I wonder if this song would fit kind of the theme of where the album is going. So with a bit of work and a bit of editing and rewriting and modernising the kind of sonic layout of this song, I'm really pleased with how it's ended up and it's become quite punchy, quite immediate, and yeah, it's talking about being helpless and yet hounding with our whole heart, and I think that's a message that a lot of people can connect with spiritually, and I feel like, yeah, it's a really up track. It's a song that I'm pleased that I haven't given up on, and it's amazing, you know, sometimes you feel like songs, as a writer, you can feel like songs are kind of dead or they've had their time and that's it, and yet, hey, here we are 10 years later and this song is well and truly alive, and I'm playing it live more than I've ever done.
Standing in the eye of the storm, I feel nothing while the world is tearing apart. Don't know how I got to this place. Wanna run but you say I'm going nowhere. You stole the stairway up to my heart, and I'm helpless, but I'm hounding you with my heart, and I'm helpless, but I'm hounding you with my heart. I'll get up and wake up from my sleep, 'cause I was getting way too comfortable. This ain't the place to decide my fate. Don't hold me closer and then forget. Don't hold me now and then regret, 'cause you stole the stairway up to my heart, and I'm helpless, but I'm hounding you with my heart, and I'm helpless, but I'm hounding you with my heart. And I'm helpless, but I'm hounding you with my heart, and I'm helpless, but I'm hounding you with my heart,
People have asked me what is your favourite song on the album, and it's incredibly hard for me to know how to answer that, because the honest answer is I love them all in different ways. But there is one song that probably means the most to me, and so I'm going to land on this song as the final track for our little lockdown live launch. It's a song called Surrender, And it pretty much sums up the last 2.5 years of my life, where I've really tried to walk in step with what I believe I'm called to be doing. And it's been incredibly challenging at times, but it's also been one of the most fulfilling times of my life. When we surrender fully to the call of God on our lives, there's something that changes inside of us. And I feel I've been on a bit of that journey, and it's left me with huge amounts of questions, and it's left me with amazing peace, as well as a lot of unanswered things that I just have to let go of. And this song is a song that I dedicate to my wife Lizzie. In the album credits, it's a song which we've both had to walk through together, and it basically talks about letting go, trusting the process that God has put you in, and as we take things one day at a time, seeing His hand at work in us. And I love this song because it's a song that makes me cry more than any other song on this album, and it moves me, and I hope that it also moves you. So if you're in a challenging place, I hope that surrender will be a bit of a process for you, and somehow you'll find peace as you listen to this song.
When all around me is sinking, should you have told me that this is open water? Feeling the pull further and further out, feeling the pull to come closer. Surrender, come closer, draw near and be still now. When I first jumped in, the freedom feeling took me high as a kite, but the surging winds blew me down, back to the waters, further and further out, feeding the waters, no boat to pull me out. Surrender, come closer, draw near and be still now. Lately I've got caught up in living each day as it comes. Lately I've seen so much more, healing a stone, lift off my heart.
Thank you so much for tuning in to this lockdown album launch party. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you want to hear the songs in their full bodied version, then please go over to Spotify, follow me, and make sure that you listen and stream loads to it. Or you can buy physical copies, or you can even buy some new merch that I've got in my store. Just simply go to pyramidparkshop.com. I would love to chat to you some more, so please stay in touch, leave me a message, let me know what your favourite song is on this project, and I'll see you guys soon.
I've made choices that have hurt the ones I love.